Sapphire class. I thought I'd read you a story today. We can't be together and have our normal story session, so I thought I'd do it on here instead. The book I've chosen today is called A Letter to Santa. I wonder how many of you have written your letters to Santa. It was Christmas Eve, and Jenny and her little brother James were writing letters to Santa. Wriggling and giggling, they drew silly pictures and listed all the presents that they wanted Santa to bring them. Jenny put the letter into an envelope and left it near a glass of milk and a plate of cookies. Santa will be sure to find it when she arrives, she said. Good idea, said James, sneakily munching on one of the cookies. You see, it's got a Christmas tree in it. I can't wait for Santa to get here, said James, as he and Jenny went up the stairs to bed. Soon all was quiet in the little house. Downstairs, Little Mouse scurried out of his hole and onto the table. He began nibbling on a yummy cookie when he spotted a little letter. Can you see? It's a little letter. Someone's left me an old envelope here, squeaked Mouse. If I tear it up, it will make a warm, cosy blanket for my bed. He carried the envelope back to his hole and squished it through the doorway. Later that night, there was a rumble and a bump, and Santa Claus had tumbled down the chimney with his sack full of presents. I wonder what he's bought them. Ho, 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 said Santa as he got to his feet. He looked around the room for the letter from Jenny and James, but he couldn't see it anywhere. All he could see was a trail of cookie crumbs. That's strange, said Santa, following the trail to the mouse hole. Santa peeped inside. There he could see Mouse lying on a bed made from old pencils and crayons. Beside him was a set of matchbox drawers and a cotton reel for a table. You see, there's his matchbox, here's his bed made of pencils, and here's his cotton reel. There were even tiny Christmas decorations hanging all over the wall. Mouse gave a long yawn. Who's there? He squeaked sleepily. Ho, 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 it's Santa Claus, said Santa, chuckling. I'm looking for a very important letter from Jenny and James. Have you seen one? Where could it be? Oh no, squeaked Mouse. I didn't know it was a letter in an envelope, so I tore it up and made a blanket. James and Jenny will be really upset. Don't worry, said Santa. You can help me think of a present they would like instead. Mouse smiled shyly, and he thought really hard. Well, said Mouse, they both love to play outside in the snow. I think James would like a sledge to zoom down the snowy hill, and Jenny would love to whiz around on the frozen lake in ice skates. Santa reached into his sack. I have just the thing, he laughed. He pulled out 2 golden presents and put them under the tree. Mouse watched excitedly. I hope they like them, he squeaked. I think they'll love them, said Santa, waving goodbye. There's a few special presents under the tree for me too. Thank you for all your help, Mouse. Mouse waved back at Santa until with a whoosh, Santa disappeared back up the chimney. Mouse yawned and stretched. He was very tired now. He scampered back to his mouse hole and tucked himself up into bed. Finally, Christmas morning came. Mouse was woken by squeals of delight as Jenny and James tore open the paper on their Christmas presents. Look, Jenny, said James, there's 2 golden presents. Jenny and James opened them excitedly. Jenny got a pair of beautiful ice skates. There they are. Wow, I've got a sledge, says James. of them now. Jenny and James wrapped up warm and ran outside into the bright white snow. James whooshed down the hill on his sledge, climbed back to the top and whooshed down again. "This is the best Christmas ever!" shouted Jenny as she glided elegantly across the ice, spinning ever so often. Mouse was so happy that Jenny and James liked their presents. He was scuttling back to the hole when out the corner of his eye he spotted a small present and a small envelope under the tree. To Mouse. Who could it be from? When he got closer, Mouse saw that the letter had his name on it. "It's for me," he squeaked. Back in his hole, Mouse opened up the beautifully wrapped gift and found a warm, snuggly patchwork blanket inside. "Wow, this blanket looks so comfortable," he said. Mouse opened the letter and read it out loud. "Dear Mouse, thank you for being so kind and helping me find the presents for James and Jenny. One good turn deserves another, so here's a nice, soft, comfy blanket to keep you warm all winter long. Merry Christmas. Love from Santa." That night, Mouse snuggled underneath his new blanket and began to fall asleep. He'd had so much fun helping Santa and choosing presents for Jenny and James. This was the best Christmas he ever had. There he is, all wrapped up in his new blanket, all going to sleep. And that is the end of our story, A Letter to Santa. I hope you enjoyed it. I wonder if you've written your letters to Santa yet. You can tell me all about the things you've asked for next week when I see you. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.